50 to 75 watts per hour ton kilometer is usually the specific energy consumption for suburban services. The rate of acceleration on suburban or urban service is in the range 1.6 to 4.0 km phps. Which of the following methods is used to control speed of purchase kilovolt 50 Hz single phase traction tap changing control of transformer? The braking retardation is usually in the range 3 to 5 km phps. The costing retardation is around 0.16 km phps. If the coefficient of adhesion on dry rails is 0.26, which of the following could be the value for wet rail? 0.16. Which of the following happens in condo system? Single phase supply is converted into three phase system. Power for lighting in passenger coach in long distance dielectric train is provided through individual generator of bogie and batteries. For which of the following locomotive the maintenance requirements are the least? Diesel locomotives. In case of a steam engine, an average coal consumption per kilometer is nearly attached to 30 kg. Serial transmission is hydromechanical. For purchase kilovolt single phase system power supply frequency is 50 Hz. Locomotives with monometer bogie have suitability for passenger as well as freight service. 40 Hz frequency is not common in low frequency traction system. Locomotive having monomotor bogies has all above qualities, mean has better coefficient of adhesion, are suited for both for passenger as well as freight service, has better riding qualities due to the reduction of lateral forces. Specific energy consumption is affected by which of the following factor? Retardation and acceleration values, gradient, distance between stops. Specific energy consumption is least in mainline service. Overhead lines for power supply to tramcars are at a minimum height of 10 meters. Energy consumption in propelling the train is required for which of the following? Work against resistance to motion, work against gravity while moving up the gradient, acceleration, all of the above. An ideal traction system should have easy speed control, high starting tractive effect, equipment capable of withstanding large temporary load. When a bogie needs to negotiate, a curved reduction in adhesion occurs, resulting in sliding. Thus, sliding is acute when wheelbase of axle is more, degree of curvature is more. Steam locomotives have maximum unbalanced forces. In case of mainline service, free running and coasting periods are generally long. The return circuit for tramcars is through rails. Series motor is not suited for traction duty due to which of the following account? Current surge after temporary switching of supply. The resistance encountered by a train in motion is on account of resistance offered by air, friction at the track, friction at various parts of the rolling stock. Battery operated trucks are used in factories for material transportation. Vacuum is created by which of the following? Vacuum pump, ejector. Plugging braking method can bring the locomotive to dead stop. The voltage used for suburban trains in DC system is usually 600 to 750 volt. Specific energy consumption becomes more on steeper gradient, more with high train resistance, less if distance between stops is more. The value of coefficient of adhesion will be high when rails are cleaned with sand. For this phase induction motor, which of the following is the least efficient method of speed control? State control. In the mainline services as compared to urban and suburban service, distance between the stops is more, maximum speed reached is high, acceleration and retardation rates are low. Which of the following is the disadvantage of electric traction or other systems of traction? High capital outlay in fixed intersection beside route limitation. Quadrilateral speed time curve pertain to which of the following services: urban and suburban services. Coefficient of adhesion is low in case of DC traction than in case of AC traction. Which of the following braking system is used on steam locomotives? Vacuum system. The rate of acceleration on suburban or urban services is restricted by the consideration of passenger discomfort. The friction at the track is proportional to speed. The error value of adhesion friction is 0.25. The speed time curve of mainline service differs from those of urban and suburban services on following account. It has longer free running period, it has longer coasting period, accelerating and braking period are comparatively smaller. The specific energy consumption of a train depends on which of the following: acceleration and retardation gradient, distance covered. The air resistance to the movement of the train is proportional to speed. The pulsating torque exerted by steam locomotives causes which of the following: jolting and skidding. Coefficient of adhesion reduces due to the presence of which of the following: drive on rails, air in the rails. Tractive effort is required to do all of the above: overcome the gravity component of train mass, overcome friction, windage and car resistance, accelerate the train mass. Due to which of the following coefficient of adhesion improves: rust on the rails, sand on the rails. For a given maximum axle load, tractive efforts of AC locomotive will be more than that of DC locomotive. Which of the following is the advantage of electric braking? It avoids wear of track. The speed of a super fast train is more than 7 km per hour. Which of the following braking systems on the locomotives is costly? Regenerative braking on electric locomotives. The number of passenger coaches that can be attached to a diesel engine locomotive on a broad gauge is usually restricted to 10. In tramways, which of the following motor is used? DC series motor. In case of locomotives, the tractive power is provided by double-cylinder, double-acting steam engine. The steam engine provided on steam locomotive is single-acting non-condensing type. Automatic signaling is used for which of the following trains? Superfast train. In case of steam engine, the steam pressure is 10 to 15 kg F by cm square. Which of the following drives is suitable for mine where explosive gas exists? Battery locomotives. Electric locomotives in India are manufactured at Chittaranjan. Which of the following state capital is not on broad gauge track? Jaipur. The efficiency of these locomotives is nearly 20 to 25%. The wheels of a train engine as well as bogies are slightly tapered to facilitate in taking turns. Overload capacity of diesel engines is usually restricted to 2%. In a steam locomotive, electric power is provided through small turbo generator. Long distance railway use which of the following: 25 kV single phase AC. Which of the following is an advantage of electric traction over other method of traction? Faster acceleration. For diesel locomotives, the range of horsepower is 1500 to 2500. Which of the following is the voltage for single phase AC system? 22 volt. Main traction system used in India are those using electric locomotives, diesel engine locomotives, steam engine locomotives, diesel electric locomotives, all of the above. The horsepower of steam locomotives is up to 1500. The speed of a locomotive is controlled by regulating steam float engine. Electric locomotive has the highest operational availability. The overall efficiency of a steam locomotive is around 5 to 10%.